Hi, I'm C. Jairam. My topic is Rafel RAT, a remote access Trojan that has dangerously evolved into a tool for ransomware attacks. My EDX username is myself_J7, and my GitHub username is myself-J7. This video is being recorded on the 18th of August 2024. I chose this topic because it directly relates to our course discussions on the risks associated with installing resources from unverified sources, which can lead to severe security breaches. Additionally, it highlights the importance of keeping software updated to protect against such threats. Understanding the progression of Rafel RAT underscores the critical need for robust cybersecurity practices to prevent similar attacks. Rafel RAT is a type of Android malware that operates stealthily on Android devices, which is written in Java. It can lock the device, encrypt files for ransom, delete files, and track the device's location. It's often distributed through phishing techniques on messaging apps and social media platforms. It is dangerous because, once installed, it hides within the system to avoid detection. It's used in various illicit activities, including espionage and data theft. It is also modular, and it's compatible with Android versions 5 through 12 and has been used in over 100 campaigns by different threat actors. The key features of Rafel RAT includes remote control. It allows attackers to fully control a victim's device, including making calls, sending messages, and installing more malware. Surveillance. It performs extensive surveillance by extracting contact lists, SMS messages, call logs, and tracking the device's location in real time. Persistence mechanisms. It ensures it stays on the device by using tactics like vibrating the device, displaying messages, and using text-to-speech functions. Data exfiltration. The malware can send files and directories from the device to its command and control server, stealing sensitive data for further malicious use. Ransomware capabilities. It can encrypt data on the device, making it inaccessible until a ransom is paid, combining multiple attack methods to maximize damage. Thank you. Now let's dive into the technical analysis. Rafel RAT is designed to infiltrate devices through phishing campaigns, leveraging deceptive tactics to gain user trust. Once initiated, it aggressively seeks permissions and may request to be added to the allow list, particularly in systems where manufacturers offer app optimization services, ensuring its persistence. The malware often impersonates popular apps like Instagram, WhatsApp, e-commerce platforms, and antivirus programs to trick users into believing it's legitimate. Rafel RAT adapts to the attacker's needs by requesting specific permissions such as notifications, device admin rights, or minimal sensitive data like SMS, call logs, and contacts. These permissions are sought stealthily to maintain the malware's hidden status. Once activated, it runs covertly in the background, deploying a background service that shows a fake notification to conceal its activities. Simultaneously, an internal service manages communication with the command and control, or C&C, server. The internal service connects with the C&C server, triggering location tracking and setting up text-to-speech components. Communication with the server uses HTTPS protocols, starting with the transmission of detailed device information such as identifiers, location, model, and operator details. The malware then requests specific commands from the C&C server to execute on the infected device. Command and control overview. Rafel RAT operators utilize a PHP-based control panel, avoiding traditional databases by using JSON files for data management. Upon installation, threat actors log into this panel using a specific username and password. This interface allows them to oversee and control compromised devices efficiently. Admin interface features. Once logged in, operators gain access to crucial device details, including device model identifies the phone model, Android version provides the operating system version, country offers geographical context for targeting. SIM operator shows the network operator for potential location tracking. Charge displays the device's battery level. Root status indicates if the device is rooted, affecting the level of control. Additional details available in the panel include language setting reveals the device's configured language. RAM shows the amount of memory, which can hint at sandbox usage. Operators also have remote access to various phone functions and commands. Key commands and features: get contact, retrieves contact details, gets MS, accesses SMS messages, including sensitive 2FA codes. Application list provides a list of installed apps. The panel also supports advanced features in newer versions, expanding the range of controllable functions. Ransomware functionality. Rafel RAT includes features for ransomware operations. It can enforce device admin privileges to prevent uninstallation and alter lock screen passwords to hinder user intervention. If a user tries to remove admin rights, the malware locks the screen and changes the password. File encryption and wiping. The malware can encrypt files with AES or delete them, adding another layer of extortion. Ransomware example. In one case, operators from possibly Iran used Rafel RAT to execute typical information gathering commands before launching a ransomware attack. They used commands to gather device data and then initiated ransomware actions, including changing the wallpaper to display a ransom message and locking the screen. 2. FA bypass. Our analysis identified incidents where stolen 2FA codes allowed bypassing additional security layers. Compromised OTPs, one-time passwords, enabled unauthorized access to sensitive accounts and data. In this slide, we'll explore the real-world impact of Rafel RAT, focusing on campaigns and victim analysis based on data from Checkpoint. Android versions. The majority of Rafel RAT victims were on outdated Android versions, with Android 11 being the most common, followed by versions 8 and 5. Alarmingly, 87% of infected devices were running unsupported versions, like Android 4 and 5, which haven't received updates in years, highlighting the risk of using outdated systems. Geographical distribution. The attacks primarily targeted victims in the United States, China, and Indonesia. Including high-profile military organizations, the theft of two-factor authentication messages from these devices heightened the risk of account takeovers. Device models. Samsung phones were the most affected, followed by Xiaomi, Vivo, and Huawei devices. Specific models like Google Pixel and Nexus, Samsung Galaxy A and S series, and Xiaomi Redmi series were notably targeted. To visually represent this information, I've included several figures gathered from Checkpoint. Figure 1. Distribution of Android versions among infected devices. Figure 2. Geographic distribution of infected devices. Figure 3. Breakdown of affected device models. Now, let's dive into the security breakdown of how Rafel RAT exploits various vulnerabilities to infiltrate and control devices. First, we have outdated Android versions. Rafel RAT primarily targets devices running Android 11 or older, taking advantage of the lack of security updates to exploit known vulnerabilities. This is a significant issue because it leaves many devices open to attack. Next is vulnerabilities in app downloads. Rafel RAT often infiltrates devices through phishing campaigns, masquerading as trusted apps like Instagram and WhatsApp. This highlights the importance of being cautious when downloading apps, especially from untrusted sources. Insufficient user education also plays a role in the success of Rafel RAT. Many users are unaware of the risks associated with downloading apps from untrusted sources or clicking on suspicious email attachments. This lack of awareness contributes to the malware spread. Another critical point is HTTPS and Discord API communication. Rafel RAT uses HTTPS and Discord APIs for command and control, which can introduce vulnerabilities like man-in-the-middle attacks or exploitation of flaws within the Discord API. Finally, application sideloading is a significant risk factor. By sideloading apps, users increase the attack surface, making their devices more susceptible to security risks. These vulnerabilities collectively show how Rafel RAT can effectively exploit weaknesses in both technology and user behavior to carry out its attacks. Protecting yourself from Rafel RAT requires a multi-layered approach. First, only download apps from official platforms like Google Play to avoid third-party app stores that might harbor malicious software. It's also crucial to secure sensitive information by avoiding the storage of work-related data on personal devices and ensuring that your phone's firmware is regularly updated to include the latest security patches. When receiving links or attachments via messaging apps or emails, exercise caution, especially if they come from unknown sources or appear slightly off, even if they seem legitimate. Installing and regularly updating reputable antivirus software, such as Norton Security, can help detect and remove threats like Rafel RAT. Two-factor authentication, or 2FA, should be enabled whenever possible. This adds an extra layer of security, making it harder for attackers to gain unauthorized access even if they have compromised your one-time passcodes. Additionally, monitor your device's behavior closely. Unusual battery drain or unexpected data usage can be signs of malicious activity. Finally, scrutinize apps from unfamiliar developers by checking their reputation and reading user reviews before installing. Taking these precautions can significantly reduce the risk of falling victim to Rafel RAT and similar threats. In conclusion, Rafel RAT is a potent example of the dangers posed by modern remote access Trojans. Its ability to infiltrate, persist, and cause significant harm makes it a serious threat to any organization. Understanding how Rafel RAT operates and the methods it uses to evade detection is essential for building an effective defense. By implementing preventive measures and maintaining a vigilant approach to cybersecurity, organizations can reduce the risk of falling victim to such attacks. For those interested in learning more about Rafel RAT, I've provided a list of references and additional resources. These include detailed reports and articles that offer deeper insights into RATs and how to protect against them. I encourage you to explore these sources to stay informed about the latest developments in cybersecurity. Thank you for listening, and I hope this presentation has provided valuable insights into the importance of cybersecurity in combating threats like Rafel RAT. Thank you.